Is this thing on?
Oh yeah, it is.
Testing. All right, we're back. This is What's Cooking with FannyB00, episode 9. And I am Chef C, and this is
Chef Fanny.
In the Place to Be. And first off, we want to say thank you to everybody who's liked, commented, shared, subscribed. We appreciate you guys with the bottom of our heart. And we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. We appreciate you guys commenting on our topics, our burning questions, all of the good stuff. So we definitely have a great episode for you guys today. You know what I mean? We definitely got a great one in store. We got a few good, few good things to go through, right? We're going to start off with our burning question, which is one of my favorite parts of the show. You know what I mean? You gotta let that all go. Let that all. And then we're gonna roll right into our recap of Next Level Chef.
Yeah.
Which aired last Thursday, right?
Yeah,
and then we're gonna go into some Black history facts. Some culinary related, others not. And then we're going to play our world famous game of Would You Rather? So, yeah, we jumping right in. Burning question. Favorite part of the show, right? Favorite part of it. So, burning question we have today with the fun fact or the Black history fact we dropped last pod, and with everything coming up, Super Bowl coming up. Now is the time, right? With
I'm nervous.
With it being wing season, drums or flats?
Flats.
Ooh, that was quick.
That's easy.
That's decisive.
Easy.
That's a decisive answer.
That's easy.
Okay.
I've been flat since I was knee high to a grapefruit.
Okay. So you go back with flats, like 4 flats on a Cadillac. No, you go.
Sure, relax.
Yeah, so talk about the flats, right?
Yeah,
Why flats? What's the deal? Flats?
The meat is just a lot more tender for me. It just falls off the bone a lot easier. There's more skin. I like the skin on chicken. I don't know.
Nice.
And so I just feel like that's where a lot of the flavor is. And they're just, I don't know. To me they're easier to eat. You don't really have to like gnaw at it and like pull the meat off. Like you get a drum and you're like, ah. I mean, not the FannyB00 wings. But I had a couple.
That's when the chicken tastes like wood. You talking about gnawing at it? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Dang. Where you been to have some wings that was like that?
I don't want to name drop a couple of chain restaurants, chain wing spots. So.
True.
But it does rhyme with ing top though.
Wow. Hey, if your wings trash, your wings trash though. That's what it is though. If they dry, they dry.
Yeah, so I feel like the drum you just always just got it's just so much work.
It takes a little extra.
Yeah. But the flats are just they're always tender. Like
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with that. I'm actually on the other side of the coin with that. I rock with the drum.
Oh, right.
Right, I like to let it off there. So I rock with the drum for simple reasons, right? I like to dip mine in ranch, right?
Yeah.
I think more functionally when I think about my wing, right? I think when I'm at the party, right? I'm fly, I'm fresh. I got my fit on, right? I don't want it to get too messy. I don't want to have to go in there with 2 hands. Because I gotta hold the plate.
Oh, you 2-hand the wing?
No, well, if you got it depends on what size your flats are. Because if you got the little small flat and it's just a little 1 hand, right? Because depending on where you go, right? What was the name of this? We don't have to name those spots, but some of the flats they be real small, right? And
but either way, you just grab it on one end and then you just bite.
But if you get a nice big size one, after you bite the meat off, if you don't get it all on that one bite, you gotta crack it open. Now you're in the same ballpark with the crab legs in terms of breaking that down. So I'm gonna go with the drum, right? And for the sake of functionality, to make sure I'm staying fly, I'm staying fresh, and I am properly making sure I'm getting it dipped in the right sauce.
All right. I feel you. I hear that. Respect.
Make sure you guys drop in the comments, right?
What do y'all like?
Drums or flats?
Drums, and why?
Why, right? And let us know,
Make sure you vote Team Flats.
It doesn't matter. Just keep it honest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
just
I
keep it real.
ask,
Just keep
though.
it real.
So, all right, cool. So that's all good stuff. Moving right along, we're gonna roll right into our next level chef recap. That was a good episode, right on Thursday. It was, you know, we wanted to do a little a live reaction type video. We didn't get around to it. However, you know, we did want to give our thoughts on the show. Some quick highlights, some quick lowlights, right? And then, you know, some commentary in between. So take us away, Chef Fanny.
So this episode was the home cook.
You may deserve an applause. They gotta give you applause, though. Clap for you.
All right, so this week they did the home cooks. So last week was the social media chefs, and then this past week was the home cooks, and then this upcoming Thursday they're gonna have the professional chefs, pro chefs. So,
that's right.
So the home cooks are always interesting to watch because depending on, you know, what they've dibbled and dabbled into outside of their home kitchen, they're usually very out of place on the show. And so it's like, even just in that middle level where it's just like a commercial kitchen, it's like, man, they don't know what half of this stuff is. like why is everything stainless steel? You know, so
that's true.
And I don't mean any shade, because I was there before, you know, so long time ago. But hey, everyone's experienced something new.
You gotta get your shit off. I mean, you gotta get it off though. If that's how you feel. That's how you feel. If they were in there looking lost, let's speak on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were more lost towards the top, but just before we even get to the top, I would say the notable moments was there was a contestant, Monika. She ended up getting canceled in that second round. Third round.
Well, first off, let's talk about, like, before you go into notable moments, right? Because we're giving a recap, right? So just try to give me like a higher level overview of what you took away from the episode, right? How the episode was structured.
Right.
And then take away some of your favorites from there, and then we can go into some of the actual specifics.
All right. I liked how they started, you know, the bottom level with the bottom barrel, you know, ingredients. So that's always fun to watch because they're like, every level, no matter what, it's like, what do I do with this? So that was pretty fun.
They do be sending some trash down there to that bottom level, and they do be having to make something happen.
Absolutely. And I was pretty surprised with, like, some of the chefs some of the home cooks did come through with like some pretty nice looking dishes, pretty well-rounded execution. The middle level was really cool. They did the Sunday dinner on the second level, so that was pretty interesting to watch. I don't think any of them really came off as Sunday dinner, but there were some really good dishes that came out.
In terms of the actual dish, Sunday dinner, but the presentation, fair. Yeah, right.
And then when they got to the top, they had to just do, like, you know, impress me type dishes, right?
Yeah.
So that was actually fun to watch. Like, you know, a lot of them went out of their wheelhouse. A couple of them stayed in their wheelhouse. But most of them went out of the wheelhouse trying to make something new they've never made before. And so that was really, you expect it because they're home cooks, but it was really fun to watch.
It was exciting though. And even the first episode was good. The social media chef competition, the auditions were good. Yeah. But I think the home chef episode took it up a notch, right? Some of these folks really look seasoned though. Who stood out to you though?
Who stood out to me? I would say Christina. Christina for sure stood out. She ended up with a pork chop every round, but she executed 3 different ways every time and didn't fall short on any mark. Like, her presentation, her flavors, her everything, her technique, everything was really good. Like, she's an early favorite for sure. I think we can both agree on that, right? And I think the chefs can agree on that as well, because they all were speaking highly of her. Yeah. She smoked all 3 rounds, right, with the chops. Yeah. She had them seared perfectly, right? She said she claimed to have never made them before. She rarely makes pork in her. She doesn't cook pork at home, and she's never made the veal chop, which is at the end, right? Right. So, but if you know she delivered. I wouldn't be surprised if it popped up later on down the line, like, oh yeah, she took a culinary class or 2, like at some point or something, because she's pretty well trained. She comes off as trained, so she's definitely a favorite. I think Lauren is gonna go kind of far. She's the one. She's a flight attendant, personal chef on the private jets, right? Okay. And I think she really has like that presentation and kind of just like that satisfy the client, you know, type approach to it. So she kind of she plays it safe, but she nails it every time. I wouldn't say she quite played it safe, right? I thought she kind of
I thought she took risks on a couple of dishes, right? I think maybe that second, I think maybe her first or second dish, she played some presentation. I think she kind of took it to the next level with that. I think really where she thrives in was organization, right? I think she really, you could really see where she balanced her, what she was making, right? She didn't overstep too much. She didn't do too much. She didn't bite off more than she could chew.
Very calculated.
Very calculated. And I think that, right? As far as...
that aspect of her reminded me of myself. Just having everything, just mapping it out. This is my section for this. How am I going to time it? Let me put it, just there's a way your brain works. And if that works for you and it's well, if it looks neat and organized to the outsider, it's it just is what it is. But it was familiar to me.
Right. So, what was her one of her better dishes though? Kind of remind me.
I think her last one was the ribeye with the celery two-way. She did the celery puree and then the roasted celery. Okay. The two dishes before that were both fish. And she did them well. She executed them well. But
she did the bass?
Yeah, she did the sea bass and she did the haddock.
She nailed the bass and then she nailed the haddock.
Yeah.
So she definitely emerged as a top, right?
Yeah, early.
She didn't really hit it out the park super early, but you could tell she's got what it takes.
She definitely wasn't at risk to go home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then I think Wendy has potential, but I don't think she's there. I think she plays it too safe. Right. Just extremely safe. She stays in her wheelhouse. She stays in and she grew up with it.
That sounds like hey.
No. I just think she expressed how important it was to her that she grew up with the Asian inspired flavors, right? And like the first round, she made a sauce that her mom made for her growing up. The second round, she did a curry that her mom made for her. And the third round, she went with another Asian approach, and it's with the coconut curry or the korma on the lamb, right? Right. And so it's like.
They said that lamb loin was fire.
The lamb was good, but they also noticed that she just stays, stays in her comfort zone. So I would love to see what her cooking is like outside of her comfort zone. Now that she's made it in, I'd like to see what she has to offer.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was gonna say, right? In terms of her not being able to step out of her wheelhouse, do you feel as if like she lacks the versatility, or are you feeling like she's one trick, like a one trick pony in one sense, or do you feel like having a specialty is a disadvantage in a show like this? Because maybe what if the next episode, Asian cuisine, the next one Indian cuisine, the different flavors that she can keep.
That's a good point. Keep
slicing up and then keep repurposing and keep redelivering. A lot of things in what we see and what we get We've seen in society are things that are the same product, just repurposed, redelivered.
Yeah. I mean, I think it could go both ways. It could work for her, against her, right? Like for the audition purposes, I could see work with what I know, do what's comfortable. This reminds me of something that I'm very familiar with. I can. It's one of my best dishes. Let me do that. It'll get me onto the show. So there's that. But if she continues that throughout, either they'll commend her for her consistency, right? And it's not like everybody's doing that, so it's not like, oh, we're tired of eating this style cuisine every week, right?
If
it's just one dish.
It's good, right? If it's slapping, it's slapping, though,
But I just feel like the narrowing down the specialty is kind of on that level when it comes to the competition. So it's kind of something that you do after you've won the competition. Like you've got to go into the contest open-minded and willing to try new things and step outside of your box, and then once you secured the bag, that's when it's okay, I'm opening my Asian fusion restaurant.
I kind of disagree, and let me tell you why, though. Because I'm somewhat aligned with that, and I'm totally aligned with that. But I also think that if you're coming in and you're auditioning, right? If you know yourself, so a lot of things are about self-awareness. And if you know yourself, you show yourself, right? You don't necessarily have to come in and get too tricky early, especially when these are other home chefs. So if you're saying, hey, I can stick to this cuisine, I know how to do different types of proteins, and I can mix that up, and I could really flash and show more technique than actual.
But what does she do?
Cuisine type.
What does she do when those ingredients don't show up on the platform? When there's no lemongrass, there's no ginger, there's no garlic or soy or samba. What does she do when none of those ingredients pop up on the thing?
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll see though. So you saying she going home early? That's what you saying?
I think she might. I think I think
she almost went home today.
Yeah. I think she might hit a roadblock
or on Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday. But yeah, and then just one last person that I think is kind of slept on, but she might emerge later on a little bit more is the officer Alexandra. Yeah, because she pulled some tricks out from her sleeve, and but she just kind of got outshone by the other ones.
She did.
I think that's all it. But she did a lobster chorizo butter dish at the end that I think was like an incredible idea.
Right. Almost like they ran out of time to really give the real thorough explanation, or they decided to go in more detail on other folks' dishes. So she showed a lot of potential. Yeah. She showed that she has a deep bag. Right. I don't think she necessarily smoked any particular
she didn't, but she switched her style up every round.
She did, and maybe that's why she didn't hit anything out of the park though. So like ultimately that could hurt and haunt you though. We got to see how the season works out and it unfolds, because that's part of entertainment, right? It's trying to guess and see who,
especially once they step up to these pro chefs. I can't wait to see the pro chefs this week.
That's definitely going to turn it up. So. And even the pro chefs, right? Some of these pro chefs, they gotta run the fade, they gotta run the head up with some of these home chefs. Some of these home chefs, the lady that works on a private jet, though, she was whipping it up with limited tools. Right. So you get her with a full tool bag, art of the line,
it's top of the line, a playground for her.
A top of the line kitchen, though. Then what? We'll see what that looks like. Right. Christina, she was home chef. It was just her and her daughter, kind of. Yeah. We don't really know too much about what her culinary background is right? But she delivered.
Yeah, no, she over-delivered. I would have thought she's social media chef or even pro chef, though.
100%.
Absolutely, I would not have pegged her for a home chef.
And that's not even to,
Not to throw shade on home cooks, but it's just the expectation. The way they said it on the show,
but that's not even too early to be caping for nobody either, because I ain't caping for nobody. It's too early to tell. I ain't riding nobody. You feel me? We'll see what we see. You feel me? But I do respect Christina early. I do respect Alexandra early though. What about my man though?
Mada.
He was getting busy though.
He was good. I think
he was getting busy.
His stuff just. He was good at what he did. I just feel like it just wasn't really like impressive. Like it was nothing special per se. If that may only because of
I beg to differ from the male perspective. From the male perspective, I thought he had good presentation from a male. Usually you see females with better presentation outside the outliers, these Ramses and other mans on there, but. I think he showed good presentation for a home chef, and you could tell that he knows his way around the kitchen. You could tell he could maybe go. He could be a sleeper.
He could be a sleeper. He definitely could be, but it's just just for me, just seeing some of the dishes that he was making just reminded me of dishes that we've made. So it's like, to me, it's like, yes, they're good. Yes, it's good flavor. Yes, all of those tie together. The presentation's good, but I'm just not impressed because I can do that.
Well, you're not on the show, and you don't have to do it in 20 minutes, and you don't have to pick supplies from the thing. So you comparing it to yourself, and you personalizing it about yourself, making it about yourself. But that's not what this is about. We're talking about the show.
People watch the show and they see how do they relate?
Nah, that's not fair. Because you don't have the same circumstance. You don't know the circumstances. That's somebody else's kitchen. You saw the kitchen at the strainer and even had a hole in it.
He didn't use it.
That's even worse. So he had to use his hand to strain the pasta though. Come on, now you're not giving him a fair shake though. You're being too critical.
All right. We'll see.
And that's why it's only entertainment.
Come episode 4, we shall see.
It just sounds like, you just too competitive though when it comes to the chef though. So you can't give it a fair shake. You might be biased though.
No, because I gave Christina her flowers, right?
Yeah, but that's one person though. Wendy, I think her I think the way she was diving in, she had made the curry. I think she did the Malaysian style. I think she had though overall it was Asian, I think she flipped through a couple different individual cuisine types, and I think she showed that she had some skill. Yeah,
I guess maybe Mada dropped the ball on certain aspects in every level, right?
I was just talking about Wendy.
But I'm just saying, you're saying that to point out like my take on her, but then like bringing it back to him, I just feel like the first round his food was too sweet, right? The second round, he had the salmon. The skin was too soft, but the salmon was cooked well, right? And then the third round, he had the prawn with the noodles, and they said that the noodles were dry. He needed more sauce.
But he was always was always at least in the middle tier every time.
Yeah,
though.
But that's all it is. He's easily mid. Right now, he's
easily with the little coaching and the right mentorship. He's in the ballpark. So. And for, you again, right, all the other people we named were females. So in terms of being inclusive, right, when you get into the kitchen, you think, oh, it's predominantly female.
Well, what about the other guys?
Dominated.
There were two other guys.
What about them?
It was half guys. I
don't remember who stood out as another guy that stood out tonight. Because I'm just talking about the ones that was notable. One dude, he was weak. He got sent home. You knew he was getting sent home. He said he couldn't make the puree. Wendy made a puree. Right, so what we talking about though in the bottom thing? So Buddy had 20 minutes worth of excuses. They cut him short. Thankfully, they got him out of there. What was his name? Daniel. Yeah. He was awful though. He was awful. Get him out of there though. He was lucky to make it on the show. Right, hey, get it off though. You feel me? Get it off though. If he was weak, he was weak though. You ain't gonna run him in the ground, but you gonna run Wendy in the ground and Mata in the ground. They were solid, and they made it to, and they're still on the show. All
right. We'll see, bro.
You compare
we'll see episode 4.
You ain't compare yourself to Gordon Ramsay.
I did about a few episodes ago. A few episodes. You'll
see. Okay. Well, okay, cool. Right, did you have anything else on that recap?
No. I'm actually excited for our Black History tidbits.
So. Well, we're right into it then.
Yeah. So
shout out to Black History, right? It's still Black History. We're gonna keep delivering these facts all month. Absolutely. So, keep writing them down, keep making note, right? We might have to come up with some trivia for you guys at the end or something. Yeah. So, dial in.
All right, so my person today is Abby Fisher. So, Abby Fisher was a chef who actually, she started as a slave, and she ended up relocating herself to San Francisco and starting her own business of pickling and preserves.
That's commendable.
Yeah, and that's exciting. Like, you hear a lot of former slaves making a life for themselves, but to actually go and start a business and to win awards in competitions, right? Like she won a bronze award right before she released a cookbook, which was actually the second known cookbook by an African American woman. Okay. Right in the United States. Salute. Yeah. So it's called What Mrs. Fisher Knows About Southern Cooking. Okay. And it had 160 recipes. And the kicker is she was actually illiterate. So she couldn't read or write. But all of her friends and close confidants encouraged her to put out a cookbook. Your food is so great. You need to put out a cookbook. So she hired a writer because she was a business owner. She could own that. Like, that's impressive, right? In 1881, like, that's crazy, right? So she hired a writer. She described as carefully as she could her recipes so they could get written down, published. It was published in 1881, and it was actually republished in 1995.
Salute to that.
So yeah, Abby Fisher, that's cool.
That's what's up, though. Yeah. And that's what's up. And then what else we had? What else we had today, though? What else we had?
So today, February 5th, we have Willis Johnson on February 5th, 1884. Had patented what is known as the eggbeater or the mixer. And before that, there was never anything like that. Everything was mixed by hand. I think that's super cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, salute to Willis Johnson. Yep. Shout out to Willis Johnson on February 5th, though. We gotta shout out our Black history, though, Black mastery. Not only did they make impact in the past, but it's also impactful in the present. It's going to be impactful in the future. So we got to keep their names running and keep them alive, though. So also we want to give a special shout out. This isn't as necessarily culinary related, but we want to give a special shout out to Hank Aaron, right? One of the all-time great baseball players. His birthday was February 5th. He was born in 1934. Right? So, shout out to him, though. The boy Hammer Hank, right? So, again, those are our Black history facts, though. Salute to the pioneers and the disruptors and the innovators and all the folks who paved the way for all of us to come and kick the door down, because we're definitely in the building. Absolutely. So, all right, cool. So we're rolling right into our world famous game of Would You Rather. And I'll let you kick it off first, though, because it looks like you have some questions, though.
All right. Would you rather have telekinesis or telepathy?
Did I ask you that before?
You did not.
I asked you that on
You
the.
definitely
I asked
did
you
not.
that before.
You definitely did not.
I asked you that before.
You did not. One is reading minds, one is moving stuff. You definitely didn't ask me that.
I didn't ask you that.
I think you didn't.
But I'd rather have telepathy.
You'd rather read minds?
Mm-hmm. I'd rather just have mental telepathy, though. You feel me? Just being able to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You sure you ain't tried it out yet?
I'm almost. I'm positive.
Cool. All right, cool. All right, so then, would you rather shrimp and grits or chicken and waffles go?
That's tough.
It's brunch, it's mimosas, it's a sunny day. So it's a Sunday.
I'm gonna go
R&B vibes.
This is like ice cold because I love chicken and waffles, but I'm gonna go shrimp and grits though because I'm most likely on a Sunday brunch to overeat, and at least the shrimp and grits will be a little lower in the calories.
I mean, now that they cheese it up.
I mean, it depends. It depends because if you, it depends on. It depends on how. But the shrimp is fine. The shrimp is fine as long as no, they don't have to be fried if they're grilled or sautéed. It just depends. It depends on the spot, but. I think just there's stronger flavors. I think just more potent flavors in the shrimp and grits than you'll get in the chicken and waffles, a little more subtle.
Okay, cool. What's your next one?
All right. So, would you rather have the ability to instantly learn any skill or to recall perfectly everything that you've learned ever? So either remember everything all the time or learn things instantly.
Pretty good at both. So just for the sake of the game, I guess I'll just I'm pretty good at learning new skills. I'll just remember. I'll just have a perfect recall of everything I've ever learned. All right. Would you rather have barbecue sides or soul food sides?
Some overlap.
They do.
Yeah.
But then the ones that don't overlap
like potato salad and stuff.
That are gonna really round the plate out.
So soul food.
Okay.
Soul food. I could have a meal of just soul food sides. Like once you get the greens or the black eyed peas, there's meat in them. And red beans and rice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simple.
All right. If you could witness any historical event firsthand, which would you choose?
Historical event?
Yeah. You don't have to be involved. Just be there.
That's not even like a would you rather though. But I feel you though.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's like historical event. There's like so many. In terms of, there's not like a one per se event that I was just like had to be at though, because I feel like me being where I'm at, like it's the event that I need to be at. But shit. Since it's not a would you rather,
we can go ahead. We could just knock it out.
I don't have anything.
You don't have to answer. It's fine.
One event.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been there when the pyramids was built.
Okay.
I would have been there when the pyramids was built. When they was building the pyramid, I would have been there scoping that out.
Okay.
Get that GC going.
That's cool.
All right, good question though. All right. My question is my last question, right? Based off of our burning question. Would you rather wings or tacos?
Wings.
Wow.
Wings, because I can enjoy more different flavors in one sitting. So, yeah. That's a good. Like I can get
if you get a taco tray.
But then that's like a bunch of tacos. Like that's a lot of food, and then the tortillas, carbs. Like if it's wings, it's just protein.
But it's just the Cali tacos. Cali street tacos.
You don't eat it.
You run through the carne asada.
But then it's all. If it's Cali street tacos, then it's all like Mexican profile, right? Flavor profile. Whereas like if it's wings, it's like I could get the jerk wings, I could get the mango habanero, I could get the Asian zing, I could get the Cajun, the lemon pepper, the garlic. I could get one of each, and then
that's valid.
It's a nice little 10-piece right there.
That's valid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. What about you? Actually, I'm curious. What would you prefer, wings or tacos?
Yeah, I'll go wings.
Yeah.
I grew up on wings. The tacos was like newer to us though. The first tacos we seen was like the Hards. The ones at Del Taco, right? Then there's the ones at Taco Bell, and then it was like, oh damn. Then you had, Because people wasn't really messing with the taco trucks back in the day, right? You do, oh man, it hurt the stomach, man. You know, it's problems, right? You don't know if it's sanitary. They don't have no grade. We're saying, right? But the taco trucks have come a long way.
Absolutely,
you know, food trucks have come a long way, right?
From the stigma that they used to be.
From early to mid 90s, Southern California taco trucks. So, but all right, man, we don't want to step on too many taco trucks out here, though, because everybody doing their thing. Everybody doing their thing, we salute, right? If you get into it, we salute. If you're not getting into it, but you're thinking about it, we still salute. If you're not getting into it, man, we salute, because, man, we need people like you, though. You know what I mean? Because you guys we need people to watch. No, just jokes, you know, just jokes.
But we appreciate the 30 minutes out of your day that you do take to check us out.
Absolutely, though. If you get a laugh, a giggle, a chuckle, you know, if you like something, if something, you know, jogs something else, though, you get a memory, man, we appreciate it, though, because that's what we're here to do.
If you get inspired, some new ideas, or you just want to see some attractive faces, it's all good.
You know, we definitely aspire to inspire and try to motivate the masses, though. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Always. You know, this is What's Cooking with FannyB00. I'm Chef C. This is
Chef Fanny.
In the place to be. And, you know, again, tell a friend. You know, make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. After you tell that friend, then go tell a friend again, because we're here to win. And we are out. Peace, love, positivity.